Hello, welcome to Learn, Do, Become Radio. I'm April Perry. I'm so glad you've joined me today. And the title of this podcast is We Don't Need More Time, We Need Vision. Do you ever wake up in the morning and even though you have a full day ahead of you to do the things that you need to do, it feels like there's not enough time? That was the story of my life for so many years. And even now, some days I feel like all the things I want to do are just too much considering the other responsibilities I have on my plate. And from what I hear from this community, I know that you're going morning to night, sometimes even in the middle of the night, trying to balance a lot of things, trying to move your family ahead, trying to feel like you're making a difference, trying to be helpful. And I get it. Sometimes it just feels like it's just a lot, especially when you have a big heart. And a lot of the work you're doing is strictly because you're trying to make a positive impact in the world. But what I'm learning, mostly from you, our amazing Learn to Become community, is that we don't need more time. We really just need a clear vision. And I want to share two awesome stories that popped up recently from two of our steppers. STEP is Steps to Everyday Productivity, our signature program where we help people to build a command central. And I asked Candace, one of our awesome team members here at Learn to Become, to email me the testimonials that are okay for us to share, because we were putting them just into a database and I didn't get a chance to really see them. And so now she's emailing them to me and my email has become just flooded with these awesome testimonials. And I can't tell you how happy it makes me feel to just see people making progress and to feel this lift and this light. I'm so proud of you. And I want to share a couple today. So this first one is from Claire. And they both included photos. One's from Claire, one's from Susan. And I want you to come see them. So if you come to the show notes page, that'd be awesome. You can actually see the pictures. But it's just fantastic. So here's what Claire had to share. She said, might seem like a small win to some, but a big win to me, as it shows a shift in my thinking. Now, she was using her context-based next actions list, and she saw that she had a hospital appointment. She was checking in for this clinical trial. And as she was looking at her next actions list, she said, I realized that I could walk 20 minutes from the hospital and get to a shop and buy this hulking thing for our recycling that they didn't have in stock at our local store, which I'd measured up in our next door neighbor's front patch outside of our houses. Okay, so she'd measured it, she was ready, she had to buy this huge thing, and she realized she could just walk 20 minutes. She said, I looked up the buses and found I could get home on 2 buses without having to carry it for more than 5 minutes walk in total. It was heavy and bulky, but I did it. And now I can complete another current project once I've put it up. Thank you, team. This is really making a difference to our lives. And then she has a photo showing this big thing. I actually don't know exactly what it is. I guess it's for recycling. But I love that Claire was able to just look at her schedule, look and see where she was going to be. She figured out this bus schedule, figured out there was this easy way to get this large item home and complete this project and move forward. And this isn't about recycling. This isn't about how many projects can we get done? It's not that type of thing. But it's that she's able to look at her life as a whole and create this creative way to solve a problem by having a clarified vision. Just stepping back and maybe connecting the dots a little bit and thinking, oh, look, I can do that. It starts giving us this energy to help us to move forward and to see that what could feel like an impossible thing, oh, I can't do that, I couldn't go get that, it's too heavy, or I don't have a ride, or I can't coordinate it, or whatever it is. Or if you're like me, in your mind, you might be thinking, well, I don't want to put someone out, or that would just disappoint someone, or like you have all these little things you say are everyday thoughts that just cycle. But when you actually can clarify your vision and learn some new skills, learning how to make a context-based next actions list, which we have lots of instructions in our YouTube channel and here on the site how to do that. It's pretty amazing what happens. And then this next one is from Susan. It says, desk clean out is complete. Feeling peaceful now that my desk is cleared off. I finished it last Wednesday, so I'm a little behind in reporting, but I finished it in 6 days, working 20 to 50 minutes per day. Notice under the table the paper pile, box of papers, white trash bag of papers, black box, and pink purse are gone too. I even swept the floor. I've added to my after work routine to spend 5 minutes putting stuff away so I can keep it clean. And I've kept it clean since Wednesday. So that's an added win. Thank you for your encouragement and for allowing me to post here to keep myself accountable. And then there are 3 photos here. So one is before and just shows all these piles and a bunch of stuff underneath this like side desk table. And then the next one shows everything cleared off. And then the third photo shows the whole desk set up. And it's beautiful. And as I'm looking at this, I just think, okay, look what Susan did. She's working. She's got a lot going on. But every day she did just 20 to 50 minutes, not even an hour, just went in and did a little bit at a time. And this is where that vision starts becoming reality. Because so often when you look at the big piles, you just think, oh, it's going to take me so long and I just can't do it. I don't have the time. But when you can learn what you're actually doing and you have skills what to do with it, and then you can take, these microbursts of time or just a scheduled hour or something like that. And then I love that she's learning to maintain it, because you don't want to do this big, huge cleaning spree, organizing spree, and then just have to do that again every 10 years and then wonder, why is every day frustrating? So I was just really inspired watching how these little minutes of work, a little bit each day and moving forward, how it starts to make a big difference. And that's something that's been really comforting to me lately, because there has been a lot happening here in our home and our family. And I think I mentioned that Eric and I have a new grandson. And so as our family is growing and we only have 2 years left with Spencer before he graduates from high school, I want to spend time with my family as much as I can. And I'm trying to get the work done that I need to do. And I've been given some assignments that have felt a little bit big, and there are a lot of decisions that I've been making lately that have taken a lot of conversation and research and just things that are, requiring time. And so as I look and I think, okay, I don't have to do everything all at once. I can break it down. Sometimes in my brain it says, April, that's too easy. If it's too easy, it's probably not right. And now I'm learning, no. If it's easy, it means it's doable. Anything that feels so overwhelming can be made more doable. And I just feel like if I can focus, it's going to make a difference. If I can focus on that vision. And I know that we're all mostly friends through the internet, but I hope that you know how much your examples and your work means to me. As you're posting your wins, whether it's in our, Arise or Step Facebook groups or in our Learn to Become Free community Facebook group, or sharing it online or emailing it in, it really lifts me and hopefully those that I'm able to share your stories with. And the thing is, I am not naturally good at being calm and moving at a deliberate, careful pace. I really have to work at this every single day, because the natural April just wants to run super fast and get everything done as soon as possible. Like I mentioned in the last podcast about working with our humanness. And so as I'm really trying to reprogram myself and slow things down and help remind myself that I don't have to be the person moving at a crazy pace, that actually calm and deliberate works better, it's changing things. And I'm learning that whenever I feel pressed for time, what I really need to do is step back and ask what's going on with my vision. Because the answer is usually so much simpler than I make it out to be in my mind. Eric says, your head must be a really crazy place to live sometimes. I'm like, I know. But the thing is, we all have something going on in our heads. We're all learning how to process things in healthier ways. We're all growing as our lives change and as the world changes and as opportunities come. This quote from Henry David Thoreau really touched my heart. He said, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. And I hope that each one of us can see our potential. I hope we'll give ourselves and each other's grace, because there's a lot happening in the world. I mean, now and always, regardless of when you're listening to this podcast, there will always be catastrophes and natural disasters and people hurting people. But there will also be goodness and service and love and mercy. And my hope is that we can be part of that good. So hopefully these stories from Claire and Susan have inspired you today, and I hope that you can maybe sit down and rest a bit more than usual today and just focus more on that vision and less on the tasks, because you're still going to get the things done that you need to get done. But I think we'll all be able to work a little more creatively and with a lot more calm. And I think it's exciting. I think it's going to make a big difference for all of us. Okay, sending lots of love. Hope you have an amazing week. And thanks for being with us at LearnDoBecome.com.